In the post-pandemic world that we live in today, working from home has become the new norm for a lot of people. But as a landlord, you need to make sure that your tenants are working from home in a way that doesn't impact you negatively. So whilst many of us think of working from home as being sat in your pyjama bottoms and your shirt and tie behind a laptop and some kind of Zoom meeting, there's been a boom of small businesses setting up and down the country, mainly based in people's flats and houses. So let's take a look at some of the key questions to consider if you're a landlord with tenants working from home. One of the most common questions asked about tenants working from home is, will it affect the tenancy agreement? The answer is no. However, there is a difference between working from home for a job and running a business from the rented property. The latter used to be frowned upon, as it could be seen as a business tenancy rather than a residential one. However, changes to the law back in 2015 gave permission for certain home businesses that could reasonably be ran from the property. Currently, the most common tenancy type is an assured short-hold tenancy, more commonly known as an AST. An AST stipulates that a property should only be used as a residence. This stops tenants from using the property as a business address, so you need to let your renters know that this is the case. So fairly often we're asked the question as to whether you as a landlord should be asking the tenant if they intend to work from the property. And why not? It's always best for you to understand exactly what's going on in your rental accommodation. So you or your letting agent should be asking the tenant what their intentions are, which then means you've got all the facts to allow you to make an informed decision. So the important question, I suppose, is should you allow your tenants to work from home? And most landlords would argue that the rent won't be paid if the tenant isn't able to work. So the simple answer to this question is yes. Working from home for a couple of days a week shouldn't really pose a problem for most properties. Difficulties tend to arise when the form of work could cause damage to the property or impact upon other residents. For example, if your tenant's a mechanic and plans to fix cars in the drive, this could be a point of contortion for the neighbours. Similarly, if you run an internet sales business and using the property to store goods, you'll want to make sure the tenant doesn't cause any damage to the interior of the property. As with most things, there's some key signs and indicators when something's not right with the tenant working from your property. Some of the red flags to watch out for include: is the tenant using the property more for commercial purposes than residential? Are neighbours being affected by noise, traffic or anything else caused by the tenant's business? And does the tenant have customers attending the premises? Is there extra comings and goings to what you'd expect? So if you come across any of the red flags mentioned, then it's probably time to seek some further advice and have a chat with the tenant to find out exactly what's going on. If you feel as though you need some more professional advice and you want to find out any more information about the do's and don'ts to your tenants working from home, then feel free to get in touch with our lettings team here at Sillars. I've popped a link below in the comments to my diary directly, so feel free to book in and have a chat or get in touch with any questions you've got.